You send us sources, we dig in, and, well, we try to pull out the really useful knowledge for you.
Exactly. Think of it as getting you well-informed, but hopefully a bit faster and maybe even more enjoyably. It's a great mix, actually. You've got advice, but also just everyday chats, stories. It seems quite varied.
Okay, so a bit of everything, casual conversation, some like structured learning bits maybe.
Mm-hmm. Things about work, tech, making plans, and then these personal anecdotes, too. Got us a lot of ground.
All right, sounds interesting. So our mission is to unpack all that. Where's the best place to start, you think?
Well, I think we should start with what the English Easy Practice parts really hammer home.
Which is
the importance of listening, like really listening. They argue it's absolutely crucial for fluency, maybe even more vital than just burying your head in grammar books.
Whoa, okay. More important than grammar. That's a bold claim. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, well, the transcript calls listening a kind of secret. It's about using your ears more than your eyes, getting used to the natural flow, the rhythm, the sounds of spoken English, which, let's face it, often sounds pretty different from textbook examples.
Okay, that makes intuitive sense, like learning music by hearing it, not just reading the notes. So what do they suggest we actually do to get better at listening? Any practical tips?
They do, actually. And what's great is they're really accessible. They suggest things like children's programs, audiobooks, simple TV shows.
Okay.
The key thing is finding stuff where you can understand like 95% without needing a dictionary constantly.
Right, so you're not getting totally lost.
Exactly. The idea is that the simpler sentence structures and common words let your brain absorb the patterns naturally. You're not overwhelmed. You're just soaking it in. It builds that foundation.
And I saw they mentioned specific resources too, something like English Easy Practice.
Yeah, their YouTube channel and their website, englishyoupractice.com. They apparently have daily conversations, short stories, even these listen and answer audio things.
So if you're feeling stuck with grammar drills,
yeah,
this sounds like a much more, engaging alternative.
Definitely. For anyone wanting to learn quickly, but, properly without feeling like it's this huge mountain to climb, these listening resources seem like a really good starting point.
Okay, good. Now, beyond the direct advice, the transcript has loads of these, just normal, everyday conversations. And those seem like pure gold for picking up, how people actually talk. Idioms, common phrases, stuff you might miss otherwise.
Totally spot on. And what's interesting is you see these themes coming up again and again, like work stuff.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, there's this bit about Mark getting promoted. You hear all the casual reactions, no way, awesome news. But also the work terms like team leader, and someone saying he deserves it because he's been working so hard. And even that little hint of office dynamics, wanting someone to spill the beans about a surprise party.
It's like getting to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
And the tech chat, too, the new iPhone conversation felt very real.
Well, absolutely. That initial pretty cool, then the immediate reality check costs an arm and a leg.
Right. The price tag nearly knocked me out line. So relatable.
Leading to that very sensible conclusion, stick with my old one. Save that money. A smart move, as they say.
Definitely a smart move. That there's the social side planning things.
Yeah, like catch that new movie, which then turns into let's plan a movie night and let's make it happen. Classic planning stages.
And the coffee break. Everyone needs a coffee break.
Especially when you're feeling crazy busy, swamped with the deadlines.
Your inbox is like a never-ending story.
Exactly. You're buried under emails, can't catch a break, and you just need that caffeine boost.
Been there. And also the feeling overwhelmed part.
Yeah.
They capture that so well.
Oh, yeah. Phrases like brain feels like mush.
We're being stuck in a never-ending loop, feeling like your head was going to explode.
And the solution. A chill weekend. You need to recharge batteries.
Maybe a lazy Sunday brunch.
Perfect. Just good vibes and laughter.
It's these little snippets, isn't it? They give you the real rhythm, the casual words, the idioms. Makes your own English sound less stiff, I guess.
Precisely. It's about understanding how the language actually works in context, how people genuinely interact, not just knowing words in isolation.
Okay, so we've got listening advice, we've got these everyday chats, but the transcript also uses stories, right? That felt like a different, but also really effective way to learn.
Yes, the narratives are great. Storytelling is such a powerful tool for learning, makes things more memorable, gives context to vocabulary. Take the spicy cake story.
Oh, that one was brilliant. Sarah the baker.
Right. Passionate baker makes this very human error, grabs the hot sauce instead of vanilla.
You can just picture it. And the result, this ridiculously spicy cake.
And her friend's reactions. Faces turned bright red, gasped for water. But then they all laughed about it.
Which is the best part. It mixes baking words with this funny twist.
Yeah.
And the little lesson, that mistakes can be okay, even lead to good memories.
Plus, they mention comprehension questions afterwards, which helps lock it in.
Then there's the Timmy and Buddy story. That one's more emotional.
Yeah, it definitely pulls at the heartstrings. The bond between the boy, Timmy, and his dog, Buddy. And then Buddy gets lost. Exactly. But then it shows Timmy's determination, making the lost dog flyers, getting help from the community. It's quite sweet.
And the reunion at the park. Such a relief.
And the little twist at the end, finding the lost kitten and giving it a home, too. It's just a lovely, simple story.
And good for learning, too, you mentioned.
Yes, because the language is quite straightforward, uses repetition, good for picking up words about pets, feelings, community, that kind of thing.
Okay, and there was one more story. Peter and his grandmother's birthday.
Right, her 100th birthday. So Peter's running around, getting food, making lasagna her favorite, lots of effort.
But there's always a but in these stories, isn't there?
Seems like it. He leaves the cake in the car.
Oh, no.
And it melts. You can imagine the panic.
Completely. How did the party go?
Well, Peter's nervous about the cake, obviously, but his grandmother's reaction is just gold. She looks at the melted cake and says, "What? This cake looks the same age as me."
That's amazing. What a great response.
Isn't it? And linguistically, the transcript notes this story uses the present perfect tense quite a bit, connecting Peter's past actions, the preparation, to the present celebration and her long life. Plus, lots of useful party and food vocabulary.
These stories really do make it stick better, don't they? It gives you context. It makes it memorable. It feels like learning through experience almost.
Absolutely. And speaking of memorable, there's also that funny dialogue about learning Spanish.
Oh, yeah. Bob and Alice. That adds a nice touch of humor. Shows learning doesn't have to be so serious all the time.
Definitely. Bob's mishaps are just classic learner moments.
Ordering a dancing donkey burrito. I mean, come on.
Or accidentally saying nice to eat you. We've all made similar mistakes. Maybe not that specific one, but...
For sure. And serenading the cat, which just ignores him. Perfect.
But what's great is his attitude, right? He calls it his comedy adventure. It's a good reminder that making mistakes is just part of it, and laughing about it helps.
Makes it less scary.
Yeah.
And I noticed they even defined some words from that chat afterwards, like serenading and mishaps. Sneaky vocabulary lesson.
Exactly. It's woven in quite nicely. Now, slightly shifting gears, there's also a conversation that's more about, personal growth. Lisa and Mike talking about goals.
Right. That took it beyond just language, didn't it? Lisa wants to meditate daily for inner peace.
Mm-hmm. That's her short-term goal. Long-term, she wants to write a book.
And she shares that quote, the elevator to success is out of order.
You'll have to take the stairs one step at a time. Great quote about perseverance.
Yeah, it really is. And Mike, what were his goals again?
Short term, learn the guitar. Longer term, something really ambitious, starting a nonprofit for literacy for underprivileged kids.
Wow, okay. So big themes there. Self-improvement, having goals, contributing to something bigger.
Exactly. And again, they define terms like inner peace, perseverance, literacy, making it clear they're touching on these broader ideas too. It gives the whole thing more depth.
Makes the learning feel relevant in more ways than one.
And then finally, there's Agent Jake Vaughn, a completely different style again.
Yeah, that one felt like a mini action movie.
Definitely. Stopping the villain, Dr. Agma, destroying an AI program with a virus.
All the spy tropes, parachuting, secret tunnels, disguises, wearing the postman's clothes.
Using special gloves for security, it's all in there.
But the language was pretty clear, right? Easy to follow the action.
Yeah, very straightforward, clear sequence of events. And like the others, it finishes with comprehension questions. So it's another way in learning through an exciting, plot-driven story.
So looking back at the whole transcript, it really is quite a package for English learners.
It absolutely is. Such a variety of stuff. The listening advice, the real-life chat examples, the stories, funny ones, emotional ones, action ones.
And humor, goal setting, it covers a lot. But that core message about listening really stands out.
It does. The transcript really emphasizes using your ears, maybe more than traditional methods sometimes do. It's a key takeaway.
So definitely worth checking out those English Easy practice resources. They mentioned the YouTube channel, the website.
It's like a genuinely useful tool, yeah.
And maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Go on.
Think about how this approach, these short bursts of focused listening, engaging with simple stories, could apply to anything you're trying to learn. Could using these kinds of immersion techniques help unlock understanding in other areas too?
That's a really interesting question. Could that listening first, context-rich approach work for, say, history or science or coding? Something to definitely mull over.